Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's the start of a brand new week. I am super excited. Good morning. Hey, everybody who's joining. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Hello. Hi, Maningi Kumalo. How are you? Hello. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so grateful to have you join me for this start of the week. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend, and I hope that you also are excited about this week. And if you're not, it's time to get excited, because you know what? You have a whole brand new week, a whole new opportunity to press that reset button, to start fresh, to recommit to your goals. And I have to share with you guys, I should tell you about what I did this weekend. First of all, so I love being around other, women, and any events that bring me around women that are inspiring. I love to do. And I went this weekend to a really beautiful brunch that was hosted by the amazing Monique. She is the founder of a company called London Ivy that does skincare, hair care, very much catered to, it's natural products, and also very catered to women of color, and, providing solutions for our skin. Hey, in Tanzania, how are you today? And I met somebody at that brunch who was from Tanzania, and she was really surprised. And I was telling her that I've been to Tanzania, that I have, been to Moshi, that I've climbed Kili, all of that good stuff. And I told her that I'm still thinking about it, that maybe 2020, I might come back to Tanzania and climb Kili again. I did it in 2009. I climbed using the Machame route, which is you spend 7 days going up and then it's 1 day down. And yeah, that kicked my behind. Let's just put it that way. So I'm kind of like, do I want to do that again? But it was an amazing experience. So I wanted to just share with you that I went to this brunch, and one of the things that really struck me is how supportive the women were of each other, how encouraging everybody was of each other, how it was just wonderful to be in a room filled with love and community and just a common shared experience. So I'd highly encourage you, if there are opportunities for you to, in your life, be around other women who are, dreaming the same kinds of dreams as you are, that it's always wonderful. I'm always uplifted. But it also triggered in me a thought. So I'm just going to be 100% transparent with you guys in that I've been struggling these last few weeks. It's been just one thing after another in terms of, my father passed away, so dealing with that. And then I had family visiting, so that kind of took me off my schedule and took me off my game. And then it was my birthday, and it's like, yay, So it's just turned into this one thing after another. And I found myself very slowly moving away from the things that I had committed to in terms of the daily exercise, the daily, meditation and reflection, in terms of eating, like literally, because I had people visiting. So it was like every day was a party in my mouth. I'm just eating whatever. And my excuse was, I have people visiting. Oh, it's my birthday. Oh, I had all these excuses. And for me, it was really this week when I was thinking about, I was planning for my week, and I thought to myself, what am I planning in terms of exercise and getting movement into my day, and reflecting on the previous week. And I realized that, wow, I have not been working out as often as I should be, as often as I had committed to. But here was the thing. It's not like I was just sitting on the couch doing nothing. It's not like I was busy. Like every day I was busy, and that was part of why I was also finding excuses, because I was so busy. But when I reflected on it, I realized I was busy being busy. I actually wasn't doing things that were moving me forward. I wasn't doing things that were productive. I was just busy being busy. And so things like, let me give you a good example. If you want to visit me, come to my house. now is the best time to come to my house because all of my closets are tidy and all of like my cupboards have been cleaned out. Just useless things like that, which yes, they have a place, but not when they're stopping me from doing things that are actually productive. And so that's what I found, is that I was in motion, but I was not in action. So there's a big difference. I was moving every day. I'd get to the end of the day. I'm exhausted. I've been busy. I'm all of that. But I was just in motion. I was just doing and doing and doing, but I actually wasn't being productive. I wasn't in action. I wasn't taking action on the things that are important. And one of the things too that I realized is probably part of why I was in motion and not in action was the fact that I'm moving into a season with this platform into things that are new, into things that are challenging me, into things where I'm questioning myself and my ability to deliver on those things, to create those things. I'm questioning, am I ready to do those things? And so my fear was showing up as me not doing those things that are important, me not taking action, but I was busy, right? I was filling that time with other things. And so that's what I want to challenge you with today. And I want to ask you is, are you in motion or are you in action? Are you just being busy, but you're not actually being productive? You're not actually moving towards your goals? Or are you in action and you're actually taking massive action towards your goals? And so that's what I want you to reflect on as you're going through this week is, am I avoiding the things that I should be doing by filling that space with things that on the face of it, I can say, oh yeah, I was busy all day, but they're not actually productive things. And so, yes, that's what the thought for this week is. Are you in motion or are you in action? And I wish you all a fantastic week. I hope you have a very productive week. And I will check in with you again this time next week. And I also wanted to share one last thing. If you haven't already, my gosh, this week's episode of Ndini is phenomenal. So just to set it up for you is, a few months ago, Ndini was the official media partner for Face Africa's Wash Gala. And Face Africa is an organization that works to, it has programs to, create equality in terms of accessibility to education and water and all of these kinds of things to better the African continent. And they invited me to be their official media partner. So we're responsible for all the media, all of the filming and all of that kind of stuff. So this week, on this week's episode, we're sharing a speech that was given by one of the honorees for the evening. You may have heard of her. She's an absolutely phenomenal woman. Her name is Nomza Mbata. She's a South African actress. She's a philanthropist. She's also United Nations UNHCR for refugees. She's an ambassador for refugees through the United Nations. And she gave, honestly, you guys, I can't even explain the speech. It was so powerful, like literally being in the room and hearing her speak. And to summarize what she said, it was really around what we would call Ubuntu, the fact that I am because you are, that if we are okay, it is our job, it is our responsibility to make sure that others are okay. So I would just say you absolutely have to check that out. And reminder, this week, ask yourself, are you in motion or are you in action? Have a phenomenal week. I will see you same time, same place next week. Blessings to you all.